Ladies and gentlemen, it is your man, Jelani JB Bodie, host of this thing called The Wait a Minute Show, and we are back in the building once again to give you your sports fix like we always do. It is NBA Finals time, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA Finals are here. We'll get into all that other stuff, but we got to talk about this basketball talk. It is me. It is you. It is us. It is Lopez. It is everyone. Let's get it started.
Blood up on the wall, can you see it? As the people fall from an AK-47, spraying down the hall. Oh, this screaming, this act is so inhuman. This must be living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. My things won't die, so man, won't die, so man. Your dreams, my things won't die, so man. Why would you wanna be right when what's wrong is what's right? In my darkness is light, I have you shining so bright. I give you power and hoes, flashy cars and the clothes, couple pounds of this drone. If you want it, let's go, let's get this money. Money, I see you looking at the money. Money, you bowing down to this money. Money, you're doing something strange for this piece of change. We're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living. All I see is bloodthirsty politicians, ultimate vampires, ultimate vampires, ultimate vampires, zombies and ghouls who are ruled by desire. In a world that's burning up with hellfire. Back to scene one, where the damage was done. You need to look in this mirror. Who are you running from? What have you done? Da-dun, 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 da. What have you done? Da-dun, 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 da. Can't wipe the blood off your hands. Smear it off if you can. Can't escape from the truth. Deep within lies of proof. The evidence is off the meter. Oh, you're as guilty as your leader. Oh. We're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. We are living in a
It's the Wait a Minute Show.
This is a podcast.
It's the Wait a Minute Show.
straight out of Flake, Michigan. JB Bodie is him again. 2 times Wednesday, Saturday. Show make you wanna sing Donny Hathaway. Facebook Live, Spreaker.com. It's the Wait a Minute Show, fan, man. We drop bombs as we proceed. Just tune in, no need to take the feed. Hanging with the Stews. JB, that's my dude. And I don't mean to be rude, but these other shows lame like eating prunes. Facebook got you tweaking. Spreakers, eardrums bleeding. JB got what you need. My man Lopez saying yes indeed. Go to thewaitaminteshow.com to follow all episodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? It is your man, Jelani JB Bodie, and I'm back in the building once again, coming to you from the ATL in the Lions Den studio, as we always do. And when I say we, it has to be me, but it also has to be he, to be we. And who am I speaking of? It would be him. It would be, sometimes they refer to us as them, but it's really about him. It is to the L, to the O, to the P, to the A, to the N. Ladies and gentlemen, Lopan is here.
Indeed.
Yes, so Lopan is in the building. Had to get him out the way because, you know, he acts kind of, you know, how shall we say, diva-ish, if you will. And just got to just get it out the way so he can be happy for the rest of the show.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It is NBA Finals time. Finally, as The Rock would say, finally, we have arrived to the show that we have been waiting for all year, and we have a big matchup that's coming up, and we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about some other basketball news. The Rockets, their general manager, Daryl Morey, is making news as well. He is, you know, saying, look, I'm going to keep everything open. Let's just be real about it. And we're going to talk about college basketball. I'm sorry. We're going to talk about college basketball, or maybe a lack thereof of college basketball that may be happening because something just happened just recently with RJ Hampton that has made news as well. And it just begs the question that we will discuss later on in the show. So we got a lot of other stuff on the docket as well that we'll talk about. And you do not want to go anywhere. You do not want to miss the end of the show because I will tell you why. I'm going to hand out a Big L award. Once again, like I always do, I found myself another nominee to hand this award to. Now, I will say there will be a little bit, maybe a little bit, you know, of a bias by me. So, you know, just bear with me. But, hey, I got to do what I got to do. So I'm going to hand out a Big L award, so you don't want to miss that as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this live right now, make sure if you do not have a profile, jump into the profile game, if you will, and you can create yourself one to jump into the chat room because it's starting to fill up with listeners as well. And you can chat with them or you can send a message to me that way while we are live on the air. And there's people in there right now. The professor, you know, Kesey is out there. My man Seth Galloway is out there. Mo Cheese, Mocha Bella, you know, and others will be joining as well. So if you are listening and you want to get in, it's very easy. Create yourself a profile while you're listening, and then you can get in, ask me a question, or even, you know, chat with some of the other listeners so we can go back and forth and battle and give, you know, all these different perspectives and opinions and angles, you know, that we always do with the game of sports, which is what we love to do, watch, talk, live, breathe. So let's just start off with the NBA Finals. We have our matchup, ladies and gentlemen, the Golden State Warriors. Actually, this will be going down tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which Lopan had a big problem with the time when it came out. Yeah, you know, Lopan talking about he got to get to work in the morning and he ain't got time to be up that late and all this stuff. But I'm trying to figure out where this brother works. You know, maybe we should call you Tommy Lopan. because I don't know where you work, Lopan. But I digress. So the NBA Finals is going down tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we have a matchup going into the city of Toronto, where it's going to be the Toronto Raptors taking on the Golden State Warriors. So where should we start with this matchup? Well, first we'll talk about who's not playing. Kevin Durant did make the flight with the team to Toronto, but he is not playing game one. Boogie Cousins is not playing game one. OG is still out for the Raptors. Now they're saying maybe probable, questionable, or something like that, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that, he's not going to play. So this is the matchup. I won't say this is a matchup everyone was expecting, because I think a lot of people, including myself, thought the Milwaukee Bucks would be able to actually overcome some of their challenges, if you will, and we're going to talk about them later on in the show as well. But they did not, and the Raptors are there, so this is the matchup that we have. We have basically Kawhi and the Raptors versus Steph and the Golden State Warriors. So this is, to me, I think this is going to be a better matchup than a lot of people think, unless something just really goes awry. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised that Toronto really will be up for the challenge. I've seen a lot of things out there as far as like predictions. They're saying Golden State in 5 or 4 is going to be a sweep, or Golden State in 5, and not really giving the Toronto Raptors a shot of trying to win this title. And I get it. It is the champs, that we're talking about out here. It is, the possibility of getting Kevin Durant sometime in this series back, which would help out the Golden State Warriors. But also, it is what has happened since Kevin Durant has went down with the calf injury. And it seems like the Warriors have not missed a beat. And at times, it seems maybe they function better, while Kevin Durant is not in the lineup. So, and we're not going to get into the whole thing, or are the Warriors better off without, with Kevin Durant and all that stuff. We'll talk about that another time. But with this matchup, then you got the Toronto Raptors on their side, who came off, an amazing Game 7 against Philadelphia just to get into the Eastern Conference Final, and then they take on the Milwaukee Bucks, who had the best record in the league, and also Giannis, who will probably, or if not win the MVP, he will definitely be second in the MVP. So they took down the monsters of the Eastern Conference, being the Milwaukee Bucks. So now they are in the finals as well. They got just as good as a chance as anyone that would have came out of the Eastern Conference. So I'm kind of lost, by that. Even if I'm going to say the word that I probably not should be saying right now, but I am going to say it. Even if LeBron was in the East and they went to the finals, Golden State would have been a favorite regardless. There was no team in the Eastern Conference where they were going to come into this, setting, if the Golden State Warriors were opposite of them, and be a favorite. So it's not something that the Toronto Raptors really, really need to concern themselves with. And the great part of what they have there, as far as like not really being concerned, one, they got home court advantage, but 2, they got Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard really could care less about all the talk that's outside. He really just wants to play basketball. He said it himself. He's really concerned with playing basketball and being and having fun. So he's not really concerned about what the Warriors are about or have been about. Worried about, are we going to get swept or anything like that? I truly, truly, truly do believe that Kawhi sets them at ease, when they get into, a funk, if you will, or maybe a situation where it's time to panic or maybe to worry, they will lean on Kawhi. So we got the two teams. Now let's talk about some of the matchups or some of the advantages that maybe both teams will have or both teams will try to utilize. And shouts out to my man Ron that's out there, and he's already talking about Raps and 5.